What's good, YouTube? Your girl back with another one. You dig? Hey, today we're gonna have that discussion about the XP 15,000 converted to print DTF. That's direct to film. If you didn't know, direct to film DTF is very popular right now. It's but at the same time, it's not super new, but it's new to us at home. Working from home, I would say. And there's a lot of maintenance and things to these machines, and a lot of different machines need a lot of different care. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and I'm not printing anything in this video. This video is straight just telling my journey and my experience with this particular printer. So we're gonna get into it right after the intro. Yeah, dig. Hold on to your seatbelt, baby. We'll be right back. Don't you go nowhere. You came here, you might as well wait to see what I'm talking about. Okay, so all right, let's start from the beginning. Y'all got something to drink? I got my coffee here, just so I can and forgive me if I'm looking back and forth because I'm newly filming on like my iPad, so I'm not used to looking at that camera yet. So so if I look to the side, I do apologize. So let's start from the beginning. Started my t-shirt business, you know what I mean? First I started with transfers, and then it moved over to vinyl, and then sublimation. And sublimation is great, is awesome, but it is limited. So what I was running to with sublimation is because I like to do t-shirts. My favorite thing to do is socks. Everybody know that. But I also like to do t-shirts and put cool full color graphics on t-shirts. Sublimation, in order to do that, the garment has to be 100% polyester or a high count of polyester, and it has to be a lighter color. You can't do it on black. And if you do, there are substitutes that I have talked about on my channel, as far as like cotton subs, which is a great product. You can use what's the other one? Easy Subli, which is a good product. I've done the flock, sublimation flock, which I don't like, but there are different ways. Now the crave I see everybody doing is the clear HTV. So I said I was gonna grab some of that and try it out, but we'll see. But anywho, so I kept getting requests from customers for custom full color designs on black garments, and I didn't want to have to buy transfers or keep doing easy subly, lining stuff up and cutting subs and cutting to make sure it's good. You know what I mean? That stuff works, but it's a huge margin where you can mess up, you know. And I just wanted something where I print the sucker out, put it on the shirt, boom, bada bing to bing. Yeah, dig. So I was like, I started doing research, started talking to a couple of my printer friends. When I was considering doing it, this bad boy right here was like the topic. This XP 15,000. Like, oh, it's new. It's a new printer that you can convert to DTFs. It's a nice little desktop, sleek design. You can do it. You don't have to because it was hard, and it's still kind of hard to find the old printers that everybody is converting to DTF. So this was really available, and it was cheap. You know what I'm saying? It was $350 brand new. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of printers that you find in the older ones, and they're a lot more than that. You know what I'm saying? So I went ahead, I did some research, I felt like I could do it, I bit the bullet, and I bought this bad boy. You know what I mean? I was like, we're just gonna work it out. I got good people on my side. We just gonna figure it out. In the beginning, me and Veronica, because she had this printer too in the beginning, and I'm watching her, and she gave me so much inspiration and encouragement. And I'm like, I can do this. So I ordered my first one. When it picked it up from Best Buy, went home. That's the first conversion video y'all see. When I converted with the sys system, take the rollers out, easy. Converted over to the sys system, easy. Get that going for that first printer. I didn't have the external waste tank that I added on, which is also a video on this channel. The external waste tank that I added on, I didn't have that on the first printer. So what I ran into with that first printer, I couldn't get the colors to flow. I couldn't get the sys system right. I just couldn't get my flow. I just really couldn't. And I had it working with the sys system for like a day or two, right? But with the sys system, I would print, and the nozzles and everything would print out, but I could not print with the film from the rear feeder. I couldn't get, it was I'm telling you, it was like days of trying to, it would not print from the rear feeder at all. And that's when I found out about the taping the two films together. So then you tape the two films together, and you put a Cricut mat in the back. I got a whole video on that, printing. I'm talking about from AccuRip 10.3. Printing, good. We're flowing, we're good. Just a PS. I'm making this video because I get a lot of messages in my inbox about it, and I don't have time to respond to everybody's message about this printer. So this video hopefully is just going to sum it all up about how I feel and my experience with it. I'm not trying to deter anybody from it. This is my experience that I wanted to share. You dig? So, where was I? Yeah. So I take the films together, AccuRip 10.3, because at first that was the thing. I couldn't get it to print from AccuRip. It was just problem after problem with this printer. I couldn't get, first I couldn't, the beginning I couldn't get I was having problems installing the chipless software. It was a whole thing about that. Figured that out. It was the whole sys system, not printing, air, white not working. It was, it wouldn't print from the rear feeder. That was another thing. So figured all that out. So with the sys system, they're like, okay, well, just, what did they say? Oh, I was priming them, and I had it working, but then it just stopped where it was just so sometiming. So, after a while, it started like being hesitant when it wanted to print. You know what I mean? Every time I would try, I would do head cleanings, it wasn't working. Oh, that's what I was getting to. I didn't have the external waste tank yet, so I was doing head cleanings, and there's a very small maintenance tank in this printer. Do I have one on hand? I think so. I got a bunch of them now. All right, so here's your waste tank for this printer. Okay, this box here. You don't even get this whole box, not for real. But there's a sponge inside. There's a sponge in here. And every time you do a cleaning, this fills up. It don't take long. You're going to fill this up probably in 4 to 5 cleanings. Yeah. I was getting these boxes for $10 a piece, and I was replacing these. I was basically spending like $20 a week. $20. Yeah. I hadn't heard about the external waste tank yet. I didn't know anything about it. So, copying these bad boys, that was another issue. But anywho, so I'm doing all the cleanings or whatever. Then one day I'm printing, I'm printing, and it just like, it shoot across and it come back. And I'm like, what the hell? And I get an error code, 031006, something like that. Hey, call Epson. There ain't nothing you can do but call Epson. That's basically what it say. I don't know the exact wording on that error, but call Epson. So okay, tried everything. I'm hitting up Veronica. I'm like, oh my god, I destroyed the printer. Dude, distraught because I did get a couple of prints, and anybody that do DTF know, once you get that first print and you see how crispy it is, you see that print head going back, laying that white. It's a great feeling, knowing that you're printing off these full color images at your crib that you was outsourcing that somebody else can do. You're providing the same quality, if not better. It's a good feeling. But anywho, long story short, printer clunked out on me. The error code was print head fuse blown. It blew. I don't know how I did it, but I believe that once I took my cyst out, it looks as if like my cartridges or my cyst was leaking too much ink into the printer, which flooded the print head, and it got, I guess, my print head fuse wet and blew it. This printer is very finicky. It's not meant. None of these Epson printers are meant to print DTF. They're not meant to have the white color in it. So you're already doing things you're not supposed to be doing. And this is a very new machine, and it's very finicky, and it blew it. All right, so I said, all right, I know better now. I had some little suggestions, you know, maybe your system was up too high, and it ran the ink in the printer, and blah, 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 blah. I said, okay, it's under warranty. Let me get a replacement, right? So, called Epson up, got my replacement printer. Boom, boom, boom. They sent me a printer. I do the same thing. I run into what is it? My ink's not printing. Me not getting good airflow. I just don't know how to work this thing. Don't want to raise it up too high. Don't want to flood the printer. Couldn't get it to print. Run the print head cleaners, going through maintenance boxes, going through money. I just slowly seeing my money go down the drain. Just go down the drain. And that one clunked out. Did the same thing. It just, I don't know if it was bad. Then everybody like, oh, your cartridges were leaking. But no, they won't. I got a whole nother system. It happened again. Oh my God. So I'm just distraught. You know what I mean? Because even with the second printer, it always started off good. I was doing good with it. Boom. And then it clunks out, but I'm still chasing the high. I want to print DTF. I'm still looking for other printers. They're hard to find, or they're super out my price range. You know what I mean? Because I don't know if these suckers gonna work, so I don't want to spend too much money on a used printer. And then I get here and it's acting the same way this was. You know, I was burning a lot of money. So long story short, I bought another printer. I bought another XP15000. Yeah, I did, because I was told that, which is this one right here that I bought. I was told that get refillable cartridges. Don't do the Cisco on this printer. That's what happens. Blah 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 blah. All right, boom. That's where we are now. Refillable cartridges. It's been. That was when I got the refillable cartridges. It had to be like a month or a month and a half ago. Let me tell you something. Got these refillable cartridges. Prime these bad boys up. Put them in this printer. Ooh, printing nice. Anybody that follows my group or me on social media, I was printing. It was so addicting. I mean, I was printing orders up too. I was having a good time, making money. White layer, beautiful, tick-tocking, holding me down for about a month and a half. Now I did daily maintenance on this. I did do a maintenance video on my channel, but I have to redo it because my maintenance got more. I got more into detail. What I do every morning, I would come in here and I would clean my wiper blade and I would floss the print head, fill up my ink, shake my inks, wet cap, all that every morning. And then when I was done printing at night, I would take them out, clean my nozzles, floss, clean the wiper blade. I used to do all this, put the cleaning carts in. I would run a couple of cleaners just to flush. I didn't want no inks in this printer. I would flush it out, boom. Come back in the morning, same thing. Take the cleaning carts out, put the colors in, shake them in. I run one head cleaning and she'll be ready to go. I'm talking about white and all. I did this for a month and a half straight and it was good, right? And then one day, I'm printing this image. It was about 10.5 by 14, I would say the image size of the image was, and it was printed solid white, boom, 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 and then in the middle of the image, it just goes like real thin white, real thin white, real thin white, and no white, and I'm like, oh man, I've never had this happen, and it was weird because I'm like, I always make sure if I'm going to do something big that I refill the cartridges before I start printing. So, you know, even in the morning when I fill them up, shake them up, like about the middle of the day if I'm printing a lot, or not even the middle of the day, excuse me, I'm refilling the cartridges. So it was white in there. And it just stopped. It's like it clawed in the middle of the job. And it shut me down. That's why I said if I do have a DTF printer, I want to have a backup printer as well. Because once you're down, and that sucks. But anywho, So right now I've been working to unclog the white. That's why I am at this moment. That's why I'm led to. It's been clogged for about almost 2 weeks now. I've been trying to unclog this printer for like 2 weeks. I don't want to. Everybody, oh, take the print head out. I'm not taking the print head out. It's not what I'm doing. I could easily send it back and get another replacement because I do have a warranty on this one too. But I don't, I don't want to do that. I want to unclog it, but it's just a headache. It is a headache. But anywho, the good news is I got it unclogged at the moment. It's working. It's printing out. I went to print from the rear feeder to print an image because I did all my nozzle checks from my cassette. I do all my nozzle checks. It does it, and it'll come out and show me like, all right, it's good. So all right, I go to AccuRep, boom, and I put the film like I do. My stack has been working. I tape it. All of this has been working. It has been working. So I put it in there. Paper jam. It come out. Paper jam. The same thing it was doing to me at first before I learned to tape the films together, right? Paper jam. Paper jam. I'm like, come on, dude. I got the films taped together. What's wrong? So now I'm getting nervous because I'm like, did I spill some ink again? Did some ink leak on something? I don't know. So a lot of people say, okay, well, just run a regular piece of paper through there. Now, I'm going to take you back to my first printer. On a rear feeder, when I would put a regular piece of paper through here, it would print on that regular piece of paper. It would print. It just wouldn't print film the first time. And then that's when I taped them together. This time around, this sucker wasn't accepting two films taped together. It won't take in one film. It wasn't even taking regular paper. Paper jam, and that is where I am today. So anybody in my inbox, hey, what's going on with your 15,000? This was what's happening. I'm sitting here now with the nozzles that I believe that I got clear, right? But I can't print from the real feeder. It won't work. I have no error codes. You know what I mean? Printer's fine. Besides that point, I can't print at all. So I'm saying all that to say this. I'm officially done with this XP15000. It just has too many problems. It's like it doesn't want you to DTF on it. It really, really doesn't. I mean, you can't. A lot of people are having success, and so was I for a whole month and a half. So that will have you thinking that, oh, I got this sucker. You know what I'm saying? And I may be able to figure out the whole rear feed. It may be a sensor or something. It may be some dust. It may be something. But my point is that if it's that freaking finicky, I don't have time. I don't have time to be... No. So, I say all that to say I don't recommend the XP15000 for DTF direct to film. This is fail. Yeah, dig. Telling you my opinion. I do not recommend it. If you do, cheers to you. I'm so glad that you figured it out. But I loved it when it was running. Excellent quality prints. You know what I mean? Especially when I ran the external waste tank. Oh yeah, so that's how I stopped the whole buying these thingies, the maintenance tanks. I avoided buying those by running the external waste tank and getting a, where is that? So here's the thing. So once you run the external waste tank, the printer is still counting as if you're emptying ink into this maintenance tank. So when your maintenance tank, when they say it's low, you got to reset the chip on the tank. I'm going to show you how to do that real quick. I can just reset this one. So this is a chip resetter. Yeah, there you go. See them prongs? So with this, you just see how you got the chips. You got to make sure the chips and the prongs are lined up perfectly. And then once you do, once you line up the chips and the prongs, right? See, mine won't line up, so it'll be flashing red, then it'll go green. You gotta make sure they lined up, and I can't really do it upside down. Okay, that should be good. Can y'all see the light? Oh, it already did. It's green. So this tank is reset. I can use it like a brand new tank. It's not emptying in this tank. It's actually emptying into a water bottle that I have under the table. So, which I think is cool, man. You know what I mean? The whole reset thing. So I was having fun, man. I was like, I ain't worried about no waste tanks, baby. I'm out here. I'm out here. But so that's where I'm at right now with the XP15000. So if you wanted to know, that's my current thing. I found for accurate for the XP15000, the color settings can be a headache. I adjust my color and my settings depending on the image and the colors in the image. That's how I do it. So if you asking me for like, oh, what's your color settings? It's different for me for every picture unless you have an ICC profile. So then you have to go to the person that you bought your ink from. Be like, hey, you got an ICC profile, get these colors. You know what I'm saying? You talk to that person. But for me, that's what I'm doing right now until I get the ICC profile. Yeah, dig. That's where I am with the XP15000. Not recommended for a DTF printer. It can be done. You can do it. You can do all things through him who strengthens you. Yeah, dig. But it's a headache. Just a heads up. Oh, and the only software that works for the printer is going to cost you about $400. You can't get Accurate 9 and all this. It's going to cost you about $400. So by the time you buy the software and the printer, you already in about $800. You could have bought a older. You could have bought something else. You could have bought something else. Not going to give up on the XP15000. I'm still going to try to get it to work, but I don't like it. It's my stepchild at the point. And she's really upset with me because the other day I walked in with her. Yeah. So that is a R2880 Epson stylus that I am going to convert to DTF. It's an older model, but I heard it's a beast, it's a workhorse, and it ain't gonna give you all them problems that the XP15000. So next video will be converting this R2880, adding the external waste tank, removing the rollers, and installing the cartridges. I got that Epson for. I got the Epson for. It was supposed to be $40, but I ended up spending $20 on it. $20. $20. Yeah, for the R2880. So if that sucker come out working, that's just gonna be a ultimate come up. So we'll see what happens. That'll be on the next video. So I ain't gonna hold you. That's all I wanted to tell y'all. Anybody was asking me about the XP, done with her. Yeah, did. To the next one. I'm out like a light.